So it's been a couple days now since I've been back, and it's gone by really fast. So just kind of thinking about, not just how everything went the last 7 weeks, 8 weeks I've been gone, but also kind of coming into that new energy of, being back at work, and I don't know, just being in a different place, because it does two things. It shocks your body in a way that, you do actually have to recover from, because your body can kind of feel being in a new place, and even if you feel good, there is a sense of kind of recuperation that needs to take place naturally to get back to 100%. Just thinking from an immuno standpoint. And then also kind of the excitement of looking ahead and thinking, okay, what can I do with all this kind of newfound mental energy, the refresh of being in that new environment, especially if that new environment is a familiar one and you can kind of, gracefully branch out without stressing too much. And so that's kind of where I'm at now. It's a mixture of reflection and also attention, projection forward as I'm thinking about, the next steps toward, tomorrow, I guess. But overall, I feel good. I've been kind of shocked at, how, my sleeping schedule is, because I woke up today at 4:30, and it's bizarre because I never wake up at that time. But I felt good, and I actually didn't go back to sleep, which is quite rare for me. So I don't know what to make of that. I think that might be just a temporary thing, but kind of paying attention to those details, and that's really what a lot of these types of videos are for, is sharing those things I notice about life. And it's not like I have a massive audience to necessarily share those ideas with, or those understandings, but more so just the thought that maybe there are a few people that would be interested and or could benefit. And not to mention, I just like making videos, so it's hard because you really never know if people are going to consume your content. And it is a weird thought, I guess, thinking that people would do that for mine, because I watch other people's stuff sometimes and just thinking man, what am I doing? So it makes you wonder if people likewise think the same for you. But that is just me kind of spouting some nonsense. I do feel like my stuff is worth watching, and there is value for sure. There's just a lot of kind of hurdles you have to get over in order to, I guess, connect with it. If you're somebody who's kind of trapped in certain normative patterns and ways of thinking, it probably will be difficult to watch my stuff. Not because of how I talk or necessarily what I say. It's just I don't present it in a way that is super dramatic. I'm trying my best just to be super real and honest and straightforward, and even do less editing. And if you look at kind of the most mainstream stuff, it is incredibly edited and it's super filtered, and I'm trying my best to stay away from all that, and that's not popular, so it's difficult to gain a following through that. At least that's kind of been what I've noticed. So yeah, I guess I'm kind of diverting from the primary topic, which was about, this idea of reflecting versus looking forward. But I think if I can even kind of use that as a reframing for this channel, just to say that, my goal is just to make videos, and it's not about the number. I would like to make it to 100 subscribers someday. I think that that's kind of like, a basic amount. It's just like, Jesus, like, I can't believe I'm not even there. But past that, I'm not even worried about like numbers, because it's just silly if you obsess over it. And I'm so far off from like monetizing, my YouTube, that it's always been more of a passion project than trying to make money. So, at least you can trust, if you are somebody that watches my stuff, that the authenticity is always going to be there, because I'm not sponsored to make these videos. I'm not encouraged to make these videos, except for by myself. And I only make them when I'm feeling inspired and kind of on point. I really try not to force a topic, because it kind of defeats the purpose of, kind of that honesty and, that genuinity that I try to bring to the table. But yeah, in the future you can expect, continued language videos, travel videos, music videos, a bit more philosophy and poetry. I know I've been super heavy on that this past year. But yeah, those are kind of the 5 areas that I'm spread out across. And I know it's a lot, and it's probably part of the reason why I'm not expanding too much, is because I'm just in too many areas. But I like that idea of just slowly expanding in all of them, and I'm getting better, even if it's marginal every day, when I work on these videos and, I develop certain ideas, practice languages, write more poetry, think more critically about ideas. So in that regards, I'm super happy, and I'm always grateful for anybody that is following this journey, because it's cool to think that, in a way, that there are people that are rooting for you that you may not even that you may not even know of. And you're always going to have haters, in terms of people that don't want to see you succeed. They don't want to see you, kind of make it towards your destination. But I think the best thing you can do is just ignore them. Literally don't even respond, because there's no point in wasting any energy, because the only person that benefits from that is them. So yeah, that is I don't even know if that's a rant, or if that's just like a kind of, spontaneous discussion about my YouTube page. But that being said, I'm probably going to release a video in the near future exploring a bit more about my experience in Morocco. I did spend 6 weeks there, and just got back. So I'm having a little bit more of a culture shock, just kind of experiencing everything here again, especially the cost of living. So I'm going to deep dive into some of the experiences I've had, also the challenges I experienced, because it wasn't the easiest trip that I've ever done by any means. And I'd like to explore kind of why that was. So look forward to that. And, if you made it to this part of the video, I appreciate you. And, take care until the next one. So, peace.